Can't take it, and the
Good afternoon, everyone. We're going to give it a try on the audio today. See if my audio come through. I tested it earlier. Let's see what it do now. I didn't have no music playing though. Came to bring a little bit of afternoon cheer. You know, to my people, to I am most grateful. I am most grateful for any person who has chosen to click like to subscribe to or follow this page, The Real Beauty of Black Relationships. You know, and like I really need, I guess I need to edit the description, because even though it says the real beauty of black, it does say the real beauty of black relationships, and it is about black relationships, but it's not solely about romantic relationships. It's about all types of relationships we have between each other as people. You know, I mean, it could be, you know, with a parent-child relationship, a sibling-to-sibling relationship, a friend-to-friend relationship, or, you know, just all types of relationships. But of course, today, you know, I guess this could also count toward like a friend relationship or a relationship between a relative. You know, love shouldn't be conditional. Wow. Love shouldn't be conditional by the sake of material. You know, I mean, that's pretty basic. You know, you hear all the time, I guess, you know, I guess this is supposed to be the cheat code to get a pretty woman for some male, some men. You know, we have the aspirations to say, and I guess this has been proven true, you know, but still it's like, well, a relationship that is gained or garnered by utilizing whatever materials or wealth that you might have or status that you might have, you know, that's fine. You know, I guess, you know, it's an efficient way to do it. But the thing about it is, in the process of doing that, you have to understand that there's oftentimes a gray area in regards to your attraction with that person. You know, or you have to question yourself, well, hey, if I just so happen to lose my position or status of wealth, you know, all the possessions and resources that I may have, would that in turn cost me the adoration or the pseudo adoration of the person that I utilize my resources and my superficial thing, my gold and my diamonds and my properties and my cars and my clothes and things of that nature? Would that compromise? I like this spot better. Would that compromise the relationship that I have with someone? Can like the song says, can you weather the storm? Can a relationship that pretty much started on the fact of superficial thing? Okay, she was pretty and he had a lot of money. So due to the fact he had a lot of money, he was able to get her because she was pretty. And the only reason that she was able to get him with all that money because she was pretty. So now, you know, there's a double-sided dynamic to that. So, you know, she was able to, the reason that the attention of this suitor, of this individual was gained by this woman was the fact that she was attractive. The fact that she had something going on for her. But we all know Father Time, you know, acts as Father Time does. Father Time can make you either look better or Father Time can make you look markedly worse. But yet and still, at the end of the day, looks will fade. Looks have the tendency to fade. So while you're out there saying, while you might have the prettiest lady in the world, and I don't want to call any celebrity names, but we've seen this time and time again in the celebrity world, where once upon a time this absolutely gorgeous starlet or R&B singer or whomever or female rapper or whomever, she had her pick of suitors, she any I guess man of pristine value or a man of stature or man of great resources and assets would be able to choose between a woman like herself. But yeah, man, what I'm saying is not so far as going around, and there has to be more substance. Are you really, in my mind, as I conjured up what I was going to come on here and say, I said to myself, well, really, if in order for you to find a woman that truly loves you, find someone that, or one for a woman, I would say, because I can also speak from the perspective of, the attractiveness and, whether physical attractiveness, intellectual attractiveness, spiritual attractiveness that I might see in a woman, things that, not just, the physical attractiveness of her, not just of the fact that she's able to adorn herself with all types of makeups and lipsticks and eyelashes and hair pieces and things like that. I know that eventually, if we're going to be as a what they call this thing, they currently call it now, we're supposed to be forming a soul tie. How can I tie in with your soul if I don't know what you look like underneath all your makeup? And then it also goes in turn with this. A man with wealth, a man with wealth may have very well come from wealth. He may have never ever experienced having to go without in life. So when it comes to a time where that individual has to face a circumstance where, they lose a large amount of money, they lose their stature, they become shamed within their the community in which they get most of their revenue from, and most of their prestige, they get shamed from there and they're ostracized. And now this person is considered a failure amongst his peers, I guess you could say, by those who are similar in stature and accomplishment. But he has his woman. Can he count on his woman to be there and to be steadfast with him through his state of failure? Nobody. I heard it say a term. They call this term struggle love. They say nobody wants struggle love, da da da. But from my understanding, from when those coaches that come on and tell you about how to improve yourself, and they tell you that there's no real accomplishment without some level of struggle. But I'm just rambling on a little bit, but the bottom line of it is, I guess from my perspective, that if I am expected to make some type of long-term commitment with a woman, and I don't expect to be a bum, coming into a relationship without nothing. I like to be able to have things and be comfortable in my lifestyle, but I look at it like, well, I shouldn't need to, I guess a woman doesn't want to align herself with someone who doesn't want anything, or who doesn't have an aspiration to get something. And that should be the same with men. A man, my father told me, he said, a man don't want a woman who don't want nothing. So, you want somebody that has some type of aspiration, some initiative to go out and become better than what they are. However, you still have to meet some. You don't have to, but in my mind, you should meet someone where they are. If there's interest in that person, you have to go beyond the superficial, and that also includes, not all women have to look like. I don't want to be just golly. I can't even really think without being, without even basic. I don't want to. You don't have to look like like a model or nothing like that. to be able to pull a man that should be down with you, you should have other attributes about yourself in which that man is attracted to in order to keep him inspired with you and in a place, in a position where he feels as if that, well, feels and knows and is confident that regardless of how many years may pass and how your looks may fade, well, your physical looks may fade, but if in the eyes of someone that truly loves you and has loved you for some period of time, you'll always look as beautiful to me. You'll always look as beautiful as the day in which I saw you your most beautiful. You know, that's because I have an affinity or an affection, I have a connection to the type of person that you are, the things that go beyond your superficial beauty, that goes beyond the makeup and things that you use to cover, or, you know, the things that you may do in order to alter the natural state of your hair and things like that. I'm not going to be the guy. I can't tell you what to put on your head. I can't tell you what to put in your head. I can't tell you what to put on your face. I can't tell you what to do with your body. But at the end of the day, I can tell you what, you know, a man of my mindset and how I think, you know, would be able to tell you. But yeah, man, I just came on to talk a little bit. You know, I still believe that I am being shadow banned by Facebook, aka Metabook. I don't understand why. I do my best to improve my diction. I'm trying to avoid saying, you know, and things like that might seem as if I can't orate my words proficiently. Maybe I'm speaking I'm using too many words. Maybe I'm a bit verbose. I'm using too many big words and stuff. But yeah, man, I just hope that, I don't know, man. Yeah, like I say, man, it doesn't necessarily matter how good you look or how much you got. It's how someone feels about you and how one shows their affection, how much that person shows their affection towards you. You know, and that's on a mental and spiritual, beyond the physical aspect. So with that being said, I'm going to get a little bit more vitamin D before I have to clock into my plantation, which I call my workplace. I refer to it as Candyland. I have a theme song. It's called Candyland, Candyland, where I take my stand and I make my bends. Oh yeah. You know, a working man, you know, the working man can love you just as well as a mogul. But I guess it comes to the point that they can't buy them fancy purses and things of that nature. But it is what it is, baby. Peace and love, y'all. Y'all have a great evening.